efficient way to grow people. In other words, that there's sort of non-pecuniary benefits to certain kind of family structures. And you've talked about how there's been sort of changes in the goods that are provided by marriage, so that no longer is marriage providing the sewing and these sorts of things, and it's just sort of reduced now to doing things that you like to do together. Are there also non-pecuniary costs to that? And has there been some study on that you'd be willing to comment on?
Okay, so we'll take the next question, and then hopefully we can have a chance to respond.
I think the portrait you've portrayed of marriages, especially middle-class marriages, is a little it's somewhat inaccurate. That is, a lot of middle-class families don't just divide. It's not just one person works and one person stays home. What in fact happens is, to achieve work-family balance, they hire someone else. And this goes back to the question that this other person raised. A lot of the people that they're hiring, because America has a almost near complete lack of socialized things like child care and elder care and after-school care, we hire foreign people. In other words, it's not just migrant labor. It's not just foreign labor doing labor in their home countries. It's foreign labor coming here, women especially migrating, leaving their own children behind, with dubious arrangements, so that they can pour love into our children. And this is a global imbalance that I think really needs to be addressed. Maybe some of it is going to be addressed in the immigration bill if it ever passes, and some of these women are able to migrate legally, which will undoubtedly improve their situations. But I think it's really important. I mean, most of the families you've talked about are middle-class families, and I think it's really important to think about the position of working-class families in terms of care work. That's really one of the things that can be marketized, but when it is, it's really complicated and often very unequal.
So did you want to respond?
Yeah, I want to dispel one myth, because people have this fantasy of, sort of like the 1960s, 1950s marriages where the woman stayed home and took care of the kids, that the kids got all this time with their parents. Parents spend more time with their kids today than they did back then, both moms and dads. And it's more true. The gains in time with kids has been even greater among highly educated women who are even more firmly entrenched in their careers. And what we see is parents are spending more time with their kids. So there's more actual family time where that's mom plus dad plus kid. So I don't think that we've necessarily sacrificed some idyllic vision of parents spending time with their kids.
I'll take a quick bite at the other question, which was about non-pecuniary costs of changing marriage, which is simply to say, I think you're asking exactly the right question. When economists think about this stuff, we aren't just thinking about dollars and cents. We are trying to think about the full range of things. And what we've described is the ways in which marriage has adapted to the changing economy. I think the rest of the whole vibrant debate that exists around marriage is very much about, what are these non-pecuniary costs and benefits. The only note, and this would be things like, how well are we doing raising our children? And the only thing I'd note is I'm struck by how little we still know, despite the fact that it's a vitally important and interesting question.
Well, thank you so much. This has been fabulous. You've been just a great audience. Thank you. Thank you for staying all afternoon and spending your afternoon with us. We've really enjoyed it. Thank you.